Chapter 2: Braiding as a Way of Life. Overview of the other big systems. The children and adolescents you work with may be involved in multiple systems beyond the behavioral health system in which you operate. These systems may provide services outside of your direct control, but you can still support families and advocate for the individuals you serve within these other systems. Understanding these diverse and complex systems will help you provide more effective support to the families you assist. This manual covers systems including schools, child welfare, juvenile justice, intellectual disability services, and autism-related services. The schools. Understanding school structures and available services is essential, as most of the individuals you serve will be attending some form of school. Unfortunately, school can often be a source of significant stress for children and adolescents. Their symptoms may be exacerbated by factors such as teachers, homework, peers, and academic expectations. Some children may struggle with maintaining appropriate behavior, leading to detentions or suspensions, while others may have academic difficulties that cause them to skip or avoid class. As a case manager, it is not your role to diagnose the reasons a child is struggling in school, but you can be a valuable resource in helping their guardians navigate the educational system. Your role in schools is to serve as an informed advocate and support system for the child or adolescent you assist. If a child continues to experience academic or behavioral challenges, there are several options to help them succeed. Encourage parents or guardians to communicate with teachers and school counselors to identify specific concerns. These discussions provide an opportunity to address issues and explore alternative educational settings or special education programs. Special education services offer accommodations for children and adolescents who struggle in traditional classrooms. These services are provided by educators trained to support students with emotional and learning disabilities. To qualify for special education services, a child must undergo an evaluation. A parent or guardian can request the school principal to initiate an assessment. This evaluation includes psychological testing and a review of academic performance. Based on the results, the school may develop an individualized education plan, IEP, which must be created within 30 days of the evaluation report. An IEP serves as a written agreement between the child, their guardians, and the school, outlining an educational plan tailored to their needs. The IEP details the child's current academic and behavioral performance, special education programs they will be enrolled in, and yearly goals for assessment. During the IEP development process, meetings will be held with the child, guardians, and school officials. Parental participation is mandatory, and meetings will be rescheduled if parents are absent. As a case manager, you can attend these meetings to advocate for the child and support their family throughout the process. The IEP is reviewed annually, though additional reviews can be requested by any party if needed. If the child already has an IEP in place, you can continue supporting the family by attending annual meetings and monitoring the child's progress. If behavioral or academic challenges persist, you can recommend that the parents request an IEP review. Given the large number of students in the school system, some children may not receive the attention they need. As a case manager, you play a crucial role in ensuring they receive appropriate services and support. Here are some educational options for children with academic and behavioral challenges. One-on-one tutoring. Some students receive individualized support outside the classroom to supplement their learning and monitor progress. Therapeutic classrooms. These classrooms have lower student-to-teacher ratios and are staffed by educators trained to support children with learning and emotional disabilities. Alternative schools. Designed for students who struggle in traditional classrooms, these schools offer smaller class sizes and additional behavioral support. Children expelled from public schools or involved in the juvenile justice system may be placed in alternative schools. Child welfare. The child welfare system, sometimes referred to as Children, Youth, and Families (CYF), is a state agency responsible for protecting children from abuse and neglect. A family may become involved if parents are unable to adequately care for their children. This may be due to financial hardship, e.g., loss of utilities or housing, or issues such as substance abuse. Child welfare may also intervene in cases of suspected physical, sexual, or emotional abuse, as well as neglect. The primary goal of the child welfare system is to reunite children with their parents, or place them with a capable family member whenever possible. A child you serve may simultaneously be involved in the child welfare and behavioral health systems. If so, they will have a caseworker assigned to monitor their situation and progress. As a case manager, your role is to continue supporting the family and advocating for the child. Child welfare services aim to ensure children's safety, which may include requiring families to participate in treatment or, in some cases, removing children from their homes. Services provided by child welfare can include parenting classes, family counseling, housing and transportation assistance, substance abuse treatment, and financial aid for necessities such as food and clothing. A caseworker oversees the family's progress and determines whether the child's needs are being met. In situations where a child must be removed from their home, alternative placements such as foster care may be arranged. Foster homes provide a safe and nurturing environment, and while they are not intended as permanent housing, some children remain in foster care for extended periods. If a child has difficulty adjusting, they may be placed in a more therapeutic setting, such as a specialized foster home or group home. Group homes provide structured, therapeutic environments for children who need additional support before transitioning to foster care or reunification with their families. The child welfare system operates through family courts. Unlike the behavioral health system, where treatment teams determine services, a judge or magistrate makes decisions regarding services and placements. A judge reviews reports from caseworkers and hears testimony from involved parties, including the child, parents, and service providers. Court hearings typically occur every 3 months and continue until the child is returned home, or it is determined that termination of parental rights is in the child's best interest. Juvenile justice. Some children and adolescents you work with may be involved in the juvenile justice system, which handles cases involving minors who break laws or commit delinquent acts. If found guilty, a child may face consequences such as curfews, community service, counseling, restitution, or placement in a day treatment program, group home, or state correctional facility. A probation officer monitors the child's progress and reports to the court. A child may simultaneously receive services through both the juvenile justice and behavioral health systems. As a case manager, your role remains to support the family and advocate for the child throughout their involvement in the legal system. Intellectual disability services. Children and adolescents with behavioral disorders may also have intellectual disabilities. If a child you serve has an intellectual disability, numerous services and supports are available through the Office of Intellectual Disability, formerly the Office of Mental Retardation. First, the child must be registered with the local Office of Intellectual Disability, where an evaluation will determine eligibility for services. Once deemed eligible, families can access a range of programs tailored to their child's needs. Additional details on intellectual disability services can follow in the next section.